Hello, madam. Welcome on board. And Mrs. Catoni, you on 3A. It's going to be the first aisle to your right.
Okay. Thank you so much.
All right, guys, you gotta check this out. I am in the bar in the first class cabin of the A380. This is the craziest plane I've ever been on, you guys. My suite in first class has a door.
Want to know the 5 most important things you need to take your business to over 6 figures this year? Keep watching. Hey guys, it's Alex. I am so excited for this video because this time I am shaking things up. Since starting my channel, I've released over 40 videos on the hottest copywriting, marketing, and branding principles that are working today. So give me a thumbs up below if you're already a subscriber. But if you're not already part of the Copy Posse, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button below to join our copywriting crew and get ready to learn, write, and ignite your business this year. And be sure to stick around to the end of this video to get a special gift that I have just for you guys as my way of saying thank you so much for being here. Now, are you ready to get real for just a hot second? Good, because today I want to talk about the one thing that sets the most successful people in the world apart from the rest, and that is mindset. The truth is, it doesn't matter how much experience you have or how much wisdom you've learned, without the right mindset, you'll always be the biggest obstacle in your own way. Without this mindset, I wouldn't have taken the risk of moving halfway across the world from Canada to Malaysia to join a young startup instead of going to law school, or organized a 200-person event in Maui called A-Fest, which today has grown into one of the hottest personal growth events in the world, or started a copywriting business when it was never a career path that I'd ever considered growing up, or had the opportunity to work with some of the world's leading experts in personal growth and leadership. The mindset I'm talking about requires 5 very important shifts that I've learned in the past 8 years of growing my business. Some of them are simple and some of them take guts, but don't worry, I got you. I've read your comments and emails and DMs, and I know that many of you have a fear or discomfort around putting yourself out there, creating your portfolio, pitching to a client, and starting your career in copywriting. And I want you to know that I hear you. I was exactly where you were 8 years ago. I had just quit my job at Mind Valley and I was sleeping on an air mattress from Walmart in a friend's spare room. Today, my life looks very, very different thanks to my copywriting business and the 5 mindset shifts that I'm about to share with you. In the past couple of years alone, I got to fly Emirates first class to New Zealand for a friend's 50th birthday party. I attended the 61st annual Grammy Awards with friends and clients. And I went to Mexico and Morocco and Italy and Paris. I'm living in a home I absolutely adore, and I run a high-end marketing mastermind with some of the top entrepreneurs and thought leaders in the industry in attendance. But no matter what kind of business you're in, these principles are the foundation of growth and success. So as we enter this brand new decade, that's crazy, I'm so excited to share with you these 5 transformational mindset shifts that you need to rock it out this year. All right, here they are. Mindset shift number 1, create from abundance. Yes, guys, we are starting this list off strong. An abundance mindset is so important because it's all about the ability to create and generate from the set point of there is enough for everybody. In his best-selling book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, the late Stephen Covey defined having an abundance mindset as a concept in which a person believes that there are enough resources and success to share with others. When I started my copywriting business, I didn't enter the field thinking that anyone would be competition, or that we were fighting for a finite amount of work, or that I had to create an environment of exclusivity around my network. That kind of paranoia is just gonna create additional unnecessary stress in your mind and take up a lot of space in your energy field when you can instead be productive, inclusive, and creative. So whenever you feel hesitant about an idea or an opportunity or a collaboration, check in with yourself. Are you coming from a place of abundance? Or is your approach focused on the idea that someone will have to either win or lose? Here's a little hint though, when you come from a place of abundance, there is no way to lose. Okay, mindset shift number 2, think long term. In other words, don't chase after a quick buck or expect overnight success. This is similar to having a growth mindset in which you thrive on challenge and see your journey as a springboard for growth instead of only relying on instant results and counting your failures. This is important because the moment you start to reward and appreciate effort and progress, the sooner and more swiftly you deal with your setbacks. Thinking long-term also helps you identify the purpose and mission that you want to work towards, regardless of the measurable and immediate reward. Take my YouTube channel, for instance. It goes against most direct response marketing strategies, which are designed for immediate ROI. Send traffic to a sales page and make more money than you spend is essentially the mandate of direct response marketing. Now, I'm not poo-pooing on direct response marketing because it's the backbone that has built my entire business. But the most rewarding businesses are the ones that mix short-term direct response marketing principles with a long-term growth mindset. If I only had a short-term mindset and you told me that it would take 9 months and hours of my time and energy every single week producing valuable content to build an online community completely organically before ever getting paid a single cent in return, I would have been like, heck no. But I started this channel with one strong and clear mission, and that is to build a platform dedicated to helping copywriters and marketers take their business to the next level, no matter how long it took. So, what are you dedicated to creating, no matter how long it takes? Okay, mindset shift number 3. Be a lifelong learner. Copywriting, in fact, any skill or pursuit for that matter, is not something you learn once and become a forever expert on. That's like relying on your university degree to jazz up your portfolio 20 years into your career. I still actively study and practice the latest strategies and ideas around copywriting, marketing, and leadership, basically everything that's important to my career and mission to improve my own skill set. And that's what I share with you right here. My videos are based on innovations that I've learned and seen over the past decade. But beyond books, guys, the best lessons in life come from your own failures and mistakes. Because guess what? The best copywriters in the world are the best copywriters in the world because they failed more than anyone else. You have to fail before you succeed. Now, I'm not saying that you have to hit rock bottom with your face in the mud, but you do need to start somewhere to get to the top. Allow yourself to learn from your mistakes and don't let this fear paralyze your potential. I've received comments and messages from some of you who are so caught up on the end result before even starting that it's preventing you from taking any action at all. So if you need a kickstart and you are committed to igniting your copywriting business this year, click the link in the description below to find out more about my Copy Posse Launchpad program. All right, and that leads me to mindset shift number 4. Lead with value. Alex, help me find my first client. Alex, where do I get a client? Alex, why can't I get a client? Now switch that word client with boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, you get the picture. Hear how that sounds? The truth of the matter is I can't tell you where to get a client any more than I can tell you how to get a date. But I can share with you the strategies that I've learned to make clients come to me over the last 8 years. And the biggest one of them all is to lead with value. So before you get out there in the field, first figure out what are you offering in return. I'm now in a position where I can choose my clients, but that did not happen right away. As I was building my copywriting business, I put a lot of time into identifying my own unique sales proposition. I also identified the kinds of brands and clients that I wanted to work with, the ones that aligned with my own values and principles. And then I thought long and hard about how I could best serve those businesses and how I could offer them results in advance in a way that would make it so easy for them to say yes and hire me. So as you approach a potential client, ask yourself these questions. How can I best serve them? What can I offer them up front to provide results in advance? Why should they work with me? And what is my long-term vision for working with this company or client? When you can confidently answer those questions, that's how you're gonna stand out, build a relationship, and create strategic partnerships. It's the good old-fashioned law of reciprocity, and you guys should know all about that after reading Robert Cialdini's book, Influence. And that leads me to mindset shift number 5, set healthy boundaries. As the saying goes, you cannot serve from an empty cup. You may have heard of the word boundaries being thrown around a lot these days, and it's for good reason. While personal boundaries help you identify and assert how you want to be treated and respected in your relationships and personal life, professional boundaries do the same for your working relationships. This isn't just important for your clients and colleagues to understand so that they can honor your space in your working process, but it also helps you respect and honor yourself. One of the biggest lessons that I've learned as an entrepreneur is to not treat my business as an extension of myself. It's very common for entrepreneurs to do this, especially as they're just starting out. They give so much of themselves to their business to the point of no separation, and guys, that does not serve anyone. When you do that, you're taking a huge risk of over-promising and burning out, undervaluing your own capabilities, and feeling obligated to say yes when you have every right to say no. No matter how much you love your clients or your team, at the end of the day, you all have your own lives to get back to and your own well-being to protect, which only you are responsible for. So make sure that you are setting healthy boundaries early on and creating a healthy environment around your business. All right, guys, there you have it, the 5 mindset shifts you need to take your business to over 6 figures this year. And as promised, this video comes with a little gift. Below, you'll find a link to my free 6-figure mindset map that you can print out and go through to help you really seed these 5 transformational shifts in your mind as you set your goals for the coming year. So please put aside some time this week to go over these questions and get ready to take your business to the next level. Give me a thumbs up below if you love this video, and next up, be sure to check out my video on how to become a copywriter and get your very first client. You can watch that right here. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and of course, Happy New Year. Until next week, I'm Alex. Ciao for now. 3-5 mind ship. What are the odds that I'm gonna say mind like a million times in this video?